The song we're singing this morning is called The 90 and 9. It was written 140 years ago at the start of a campaign by D.L. Moody and a guy named Ira Sankton. And Ira Sankton was reading the poem, that's where the words come from, and he was in the newspaper, and he told it to Moody, and of course Moody was concentrating on a letter, wasn't paying any attention to the poem at all. And then the second meeting was Christ the Good Shepherd was the topic of it. And Moody asked Sankton if he knew a song, a hymn, that they could sing for that. And he's going, well, the Holy Spirit told him, well, right here it is, the song you were reading it yesterday. So he sat down at the piano, wrote it one note at a time, never changed anything after it. And it's the fact that comes from the 18th chapter in Matthew, and it's that Christ is the Good Shepherd. He goes out looking for us no matter where we're at, out in the desert, out at the ocean, wherever. And he wants us all. He doesn't want just one person. He wants everybody. And the 90 and 9, and the shepherd goes out looking for you. And this is also a hymn that comes from a tradition of a lot of people. It's been about 40 years since I've heard it. It's a song from Carolyn, and we're going to try to do it in Carolyn's tradition this morning. We're singing it a cappella. It may not come out the greatest, but it's the 90 and 9, and hopefully it'll be a blessing to your heart.
There were 90 and 9 that safely lay in the shelter of the fold, but one was out on the hills away, far off from the gates of gold. The mountains wild and bare, away from the tender shepherd's care, away from the tender shepherd's care. Lord, thou hast here thy 90 and 9, are they not enough for thee? But the shepherd made answer, this of mine has wandered away from thee. And although the road be rough and steep, I go to the desert to find my sheep. I go to the desert to find my sheep. But none of the ransomed ever knew how deep were the waters crossed, nor how dark was the night that the Lord passed through, ere he found his sheep that was lost. Far out in the desert he heard his cry. 'Twas sick and helpless and ready to die. 'Twas sick and helpless and ready to die. Lord, whence are those blood drops o'er the way that mark out the mountain strand? They were shed for one who has gone astray, ere the shepherd could bring him back. Lord, whence are thy hands so rent and torn? They are pierced tonight by many a thorn. They are pierced tonight by many a thorn. And all through the mountains thunder rift, and up from the rocky steep there rose a cry to the gate of heaven, rejoice, I have found my sheep. And the angels echoed